first overall pick of the 2012 draft, back with the Indianapolis Colts now for a fifth year, part of the DirecTV NFL Sunday Ticket and NFL Sunday Ticket.tv campaign that we've been talking about here on the Rich Eisen Show. Pleased to have back on the program Andrew Luck. How are you, Andrew?
Doing well, Rich. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Is it okay to ask another man about his spleen, how his spleen is doing?
My spleen is fine. It was actually my kidney last year, and that is fine as well.
Oh, okay. I'm mixing. I wasn't a biology guy. You know what I'm saying?
I don't blame you.
You know, so I guess how is the kidney? Kidney's good?
Yeah, all internal organs have the green light.
They got the green light. So, I mean, how are you approaching this season? How are you looking at 2016?
Yeah,
Andrew?
very excited. I think we got a chance to be a really good team.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, sports are great. You got to go out and play it and see what happens in the games. But very excited. It was obviously a disappointing season for me last year, getting injured and not playing very well before getting injured.
Mm-hmm.
So very excited to get back on the field with the boys.
So, I mean, what was that like being inactive last year, Andrew?
Yeah, it's a little bit disheartening. It's not fun. You want to play. You know, football players want to play football. That being said, I did learn a lot from watching Matt Hasselbeck operate, and it was trying to help out the other guys, whether it was Josh Freeman or Ryan Lindley or Charlie Whitehurst, whoever was in there, trying to give us a chance to win.
Yeah, I forget, man. It was a lot of people. There was a lot of people that was trying to. It was kind of like if you've seen Spinal Tap, right, Andrew?
I have not, unfortunately.
Come on, Andrew.
I know. Maybe tonight. I'll watch it tonight.
Well, the drummer in Spinal Tap kept combusting. You've got to see it, by the way. You'd love it.
Okay.
It is. It's something that I think, I think it's up your alley. Peter King told me you're into some like Netflix show that you're watching right now. Is that the show what show are you watching right now?
I don't have Netflix, so I'm not. Maybe he's confused.
Yeah, he was. He mentioned some show about a high tower or something like that.
Oh, Man in the High Castle on Amazon.
Okay, so you're streaming something. Okay.
Yeah, it was good.
You're definitely not doing that on your phone, though, right, Andrew?
No, can't do it on my phone.
Okay, because I saw your Facebook post about your flip phone that went down.
Yeah, I got an upgraded flip phone.
Now, seriously, though, are you doing that just because you're not many football players use the word Luddite, and I know you do. But is that why you're sticking with the phone in that regard, Andrew?
No, I am comfortable with the flip phone. I don't know. I just don't feel like having a smartphone. So it's a personal choice, and it works for me.
So how do you look things up?
I ask people next to me to look things up, and they get
Do you really?
annoyed.
No.
I have done that. I've done that, and I've also called people when I'm driving and I get lost, and I'll call my mom and tell her I'm on the corner of 10th and Lafayette. How do I get? Where am I?
Because don't you think it'll be easier to just handle it yourself? I mean,
I don't know. I guess it would be.
You know what I'm saying? And so, do you actually call information? Do you actually call?
No, I haven't called information in a long time. I forgot you could do that.
I think you still can. Can. Andrew Luck joining me here on the Rich Eisen Show. How is the Chudzinski offense different from the Pep Hamilton offense?
Yeah, there's obviously it's a different language. Coach Chud, comes from the numbers background. It's a numbers offense, and Pep, has some definitely influences from the West Coast offense, and so there's a big difference in how you call the plays. But at the end of the day, there are only so many concepts you run in football. So we'll see what happens too in the regular season, and I think that's probably the best test for what the personality of the offense will be.
Are you more comfortable in it?
I'd say going into my fifth year, I'm definitely more comfortable as a quarterback, and there's still a bunch for me to learn. I think Coach Pep's an unbelievable coach, and I learned a lot from him. Not just in the NFL, but in college. Coach Chud's done a great job as well so far. Learned a lot from him. So we'll see through the season.
Now, what are you learning? And you're not allowed to say being more consistent. That is not an allowable answer, Andrew. That is not.
No, it's having a plan for each play. It's understanding how to attack the red zone, how to attack third down, how to attack an opposing defense's mentality. Who the coach is, where he comes from. So a lot.
Okay. And are you still complimenting those who are sacking you? Are you telling J.J. Watt, good job? Are you really doing that?
I don't know. I mean, maybe it's a subconscious thing that happens.
Well, what is that? That's not just there's not gamesmanship right there, that you're not rattling me. Good job. It's not.
Maybe there's a little bit of that involved, but I don't know. Honestly, I think I've been doing it since middle school, high school, so
okay.
It happens.
So it's part of the luck DNA. It's part
maybe.
It's part of that whole thing. How is I guess David Shaw in Stanford? How did he help with everything with you, Andrew? And how does he continue to still help? I do the draft with him the last couple of years on the NFL Network, and he is just a special dude. He's a special guy, So I'm wondering where he stands with you.
Oh, I hold him in the highest regard. A lot of respect for him as a coach, as a friend, as a guy. He did a great job taking over for Coach Harbaugh when he left, and obviously a very different personality than Coach Harbaugh. He very much empowered us, as players to sort of run the roost, and I appreciated the respect that he gave us, and as an offensive mind, he's still watch college football. He's one of the few teams that are running, power football and a pro-style offense, and then you see guys on both sides of the ball flourish and get drafted and then go on and make NFL teams and make a big impact on NFL teams. And he's done a heck of a job.
And so, Coach Harbaugh at Michigan now has invited me to be the honorary captain for week 2 of the season against the University of Central Florida, Andrew.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you. How he might expect me to address the team. How do you think I need to prepare for this, Andrew?
Say something from the heart.
Something
from the heart.
Which is just, I have to find that organ first, Andrew. As a member of the media, that it's tough. It's tough to find, but okay. So it's just speak from the heart. And is there any Harbaugh isms that I should throw in there other than the "who's got it better than us" thing? You got anything else?
Who's got it better than us? Nobody.
Okay. You got anything else for me?
Let me think.
Think about it.
There's a lot of Harbaugh isms, but
what else?
I'll keep them to myself.
Oh, come on now.
No. I'm not going to sell any of Coach Harbaugh's sayings out.
Okay. All right. Who's the best cornerback in the league? The one
who's the best cornerback?
Yes,
in
the
league?
one that when you're ready to go on Sunday, okay, I've done my homework on this guy, et cetera, et cetera. Who you've concerned about?
There's an incredible amount of talented, tough corners. I'd say Vontae Davis of the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, come on. Come on, Andrew. Come on now. Come on. I know Cromartie's in the mix now too, but I'm not doing these things to get you in trouble. People really want to know what you think, Andrew. They really
I know. I am well aware of that. Josh Norman was very, very impressive last year to play against. We don't play the NFC guys obviously that much in the AFC. And playing him, he was the real deal and did a heck of a job. Keith Talib, Chris Harris on the Broncos do a phenomenal job.
Okay.
Revis is always one of the best. He'll probably go down as one of the best ever.
Mm-hmm.
There's good corners on every team in every league, and people are surprised when media surprised when a young guy has a breakout year or something, and we're sitting in the locker room saying, "Well, we've known that guy's been good for years now."
Right. And so just so you know, I put my money where my mouth is. I'm not trying to get you into trouble. So when somebody tells you that they saw on Twitter that this video was put out there with the headline of Andrew Luck says Patrick Peterson and Richard Sherman stink because you didn't mention them, that's not. I'm not writing the headline. Okay, Andrew?
Richard knows how I feel about him. We go too far back at Stanford.
I'm sure. And plus, you know all your corners because you watch them on the NFL Sunday Ticket or NFLSundayTicket.tv, right, Andrew? Right?
Absolutely. Actually, I do come home from games and turn on the Red Zone channel.
You do?
Yeah, I do. It's the best way. It's the best way to, especially if it's only if it's a 1 o'clock game. Come home and catch the sort of the second afternoon slot. And now, if you don't have the ability to get a satellite, you can go online, NFLSundayTicket.tv, and if you're a college student, there's a pretty sweet deal for streaming all the live out-of-market games now.
Yeah, or if you're living in an apartment, right? You've got that too.
Apartment, condo, or
there you go.
In a unique habitat.
See, that's me trying to set you up. Normally, you're trying to set everybody up, but I just figured I'll try and get your back in that regard, Andrew.
Oh, thanks.
That's just the way I am. Even though there is an I in Rich and Eisen, Andrew. You know what I mean? It's great chat.
Does that cancel itself out, or is that double?
Yeah, that's true. If the eyes cancel them, maybe I am a team player when it's all come down to it. Thank you. That's your leadership skills at work right there, too, Andrew. I appreciate that. Thank you for calling into the show, as always, and mixing it up. I really enjoy watching you work, and I look forward to seeing you having a full, healthy season, Andrew, okay?
Thank you, Rich. Appreciate it.
You bet. Let's chat soon. That's Andrew Luck of the Indianapolis Colts.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.